Hi, everybody. I'm Brittany Lewis, a breaking news reporter here at Forbes. Joining me now is Minneapolis City Council member Jamison Whiting. Council member, thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Brittany. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I really appreciate you talking to me today because I can only imagine how busy you must be. Within the past few days, we have seen the shooting of Alex Pretti. He was a 37-year-old ICU nurse. He was shot by multiple Border Patrol agents in Minneapolis. This is the second time this month someone in your city was killed by federal agents. So to start off the conversation, what is the mood in Minneapolis right now?
Yeah, it's what I've been consistent about. It's what my residents are telling me. Minneapolis is a resilient place, but we are tired of having to be resilient. We continue to show up, and we will show up so long as this occupation is here in our city. But we are tired of having to, right? You see thousands and hundreds of thousands of our residents out in the street protesting peacefully about the injustices that are happening in our city right now. As we've seen, right, we have seen Renee Good, a mother, and we see Alex Pretti, an ICU nurse, killed in our streets. And so I think our residents are not okay with it. And I think around the country, people are not okay with this. And so it has been a long 3 weeks, but we are standing firm and resolute in our request for ICE to leave the city of Minneapolis.
Videos of the moments leading up to the death of Alex Pretti went massively viral ever since the shooting death on Saturday. And I do want to talk about what we saw frame by frame. It appears Pretti was recording agents with his phone. Then he peacefully intervened in an altercation between agents and other observers. He was then pepper sprayed, thrown to the ground, and swarmed by multiple agents. And then at that time, it did look like an agent grabbed Pretti's gun from around his hip. Directly after, and almost instantaneously, but after, DHS says 2 other agents shot Pretti. We saw all angles of this, and it all showed the same thing, just different angles. So when you see everything that unfolded on Saturday, what do you advise the people of Minneapolis to do who are protesting? They're out there, they're in the streets of the city, and they see actions of ICE and federal agents, or they encounter these agents. What should they do?
Yeah, and the first thing that we are saying, that I'm saying to my residents, is be safe. Right, this is unprecedented what we are watching right now. From my understanding, right, I think a lot of these agents are new and on the job, and they are not trained for what is actually going on in this city. And so what we are saying is the first thing is be safe. But we are ensuring that they are out there and actually bringing a level of accountability to the actions that are happening in the city of Minneapolis right now. And so we are seeing every single person in this city right now. You have moms, teachers, doctors, lawyers, anybody in the city are actually going out right now and ensuring that there is an ability to bring about accountability. And that's why you're seeing so many angles, right? The reason that we've seen so many angles is because all of our community members are out there ensuring that we have eyes on and are not letting any of this be done in the dark.
And I'm curious what conversations look like with local leadership, like other members of city council, the mayor, state leadership, like Governor Tim Walz, with the Trump administration, because it seemed like there seemed to be trying to get to an off-ramp within the past few days. The president said he spoke with Governor Walz as well as Mayor Frey. All 3 of them were positive about their conversations. President Trump said the Walz call, he characterized that as seemingly to be on a similar wavelength as the governor. Walz said it was productive. Mayor Frey said the president agreed the present situation can continue. But there does seem to now be a little bit of a different tone. Mayor Frey posted he had a productive conversation with Border Czar Tom Homan. He added this, though. I also made it clear that Minneapolis does not and will not enforce federal immigration laws, and that we will remain focused on keeping our neighbors and streets safe. President Trump then said that he was playing with fire. What does the relationship and the interactions look like between all levels of government, as well as the federal government and the Trump administration?
Yeah, and I think, Brittany, what we are seeing in the city of Minneapolis, right, in our entire state, all of our elected officials in the city of Minneapolis, along with our attorney general and along with Governor Tim Walz, we are unified in an understanding that ICE needs to leave our cities. And whatever we can do to confirm that that is the case, and however we can lower that temperature, you are seeing our mayor and you're seeing our governor do that. And so I think those conversations that we've heard about with our governor and the mayor of our city are optimistic. We are looking for any way that we can lower the temperature here, and so that we don't have federal agents killing our residents. And so and again, like the mayor is saying, our city is not working in conjunction with federal agencies. It is not our job to enforce federal immigration laws. It's our job to keep our city safe. And that's what our cops are doing. That's what our officers are doing. That's what you're seeing every single one of my colleagues do, is we are ensuring that we are taking care of our residents. Law enforcement and immigration is not the role of the city of Minneapolis.
And is Tom Homan receptive to that? Is the DHS receptive to that? Or even Minneapolis police receptive to the idea that you want ICE out?
Yeah, I think what we're seeing is every single person in this country is seeing it, right? I think we are seeing individuals understand that what's going on in the city of Minneapolis is not okay. And so it's why I think we've seen, the substitution of Tom Homan into the city of Minneapolis now, because it's sounding like that the federal administration also agrees that what has been going on in this city is not okay. And so I hope that we are all moving and rowing our boats in the same direction so that we don't have more of these injustices happen in our city.
President Trump said he wants to see de-escalation in Minneapolis. That's what he said. He said, we're going to de-escalate a little bit ever since Borders Czar Tom Homan is in. Do you think, based on your conversations, does the Trump administration think that de-escalate is synonymous with ICE and immigration operations out?
I think what we're seeing is if so long as de-escalation means that they're not killing our residents, I think that is great. We want to see ICE out in all factors, but the first thing we have to do is ensure that we are not killing residents in the city of Minneapolis. And that's what we've seen these past few weeks. And this will continue to happen. Individuals will continue to get hurt so long as we are having untrained agents in the city of Minneapolis run around unconstitutionally and hurt our residents here in our city.
And do you think that the federal government has the right to be in Minneapolis and to be arresting undocumented immigrants?
I think, so long as we see constitutional agreement, what we are seeing right now is unconstitutional. And so I don't think any department, whether that be it could be the Department of Finance, right? If you are not engaging in constitutional activity in our city or across this country, you should not be engaging in a city and doing those things unlawfully.
To you, what would constitutional activity like that look like?
Yeah, what we are seeing is I think antithetical to what the foundations of our country was built on, and that is, right, we are seeing officers go around, use race as a precursor to stopping people, go against judicial warrants and disregard what is coming down from the federal courts. And so that is unconstitutional. And so what we would do is please just follow the law. That's all we are asking. You are seeing agents walk around in this city, ask people if they are of a certain color, of a certain demographic, if they are residents, and if they have papers, and that is not okay, I think, in any color of what that looks like in our country.
I think something within the past month that we've seen is really this tone shift in how the country is talking about ICE and perhaps immigration enforcement in general. Because even you saw podcaster Joe Rogan say, I'm uncomfortable with what I'm seeing right now. It looks like masked agents are snatching people off the street. It looks like he compared them to the Gestapo. And this was before the shooting of Alex Pretti. Are you seeing that tone shift within Minneapolis in general, too?
Yeah, I think we're seeing it not just here in the city of Minneapolis, but across the country and across the world. And I think what we are seeing is people not be okay with what they're seeing, what they're witnessing, right? And it is people getting snatched off the street, right? There are schools within my ward that you see officers and agents running into and snatching people out of. I don't think that is anyone in this country should be okay with it. And the hope is that they are stopping that here in our city, but across the country as well, because we know that the city of Minneapolis will not be the only one. It's just the start of what's going on in this country.
How are immigrant communities within the city dealing with this? I mean, what does their day-to-day life look like right now?
Yeah, it's terror. We're hearing from residents, not just here in my ward, but across the city and across the state. It is terror, right? You have teachers that are afraid to leave their homes, so you're not having kids taught. You're having students that aren't able to leave. We've actually put together, our office has put together a GoFundMe to ensure that people are home. And if you Google my name and look it up, and it'll be on there. And so we are making sure that people aren't evicted during this time too. It has been fearful as people people are not leaving their homes, they're unable to eat, they're unable to get groceries, and that's where our city is stepping in. So you're seeing community members across the city of Minneapolis, actually across the country, really reach out and support our neighbors in this time of need.
Before the shooting of Alex Pretti, before the shooting of Renee Good, the Trump administration announced that the largest immigration operation ever was underway in Minneapolis. Now, after this shooting, though, President Trump himself said that he's going to be overseeing an investigation into Alex Pretti's death. He wants what he described as a very honorable and honest investigation. What do you want to see from that investigation? What questions do you think need to be answered?
Yeah, I think actual independence and accountability. Right, we've seen from some of the highest ranking members of our federal government already cast a decision and a judgment on the killings of Renee Good and Alex Pretti. And I think if we actually want some level of accountability and independence and justice, please leave it up to the city of Minneapolis and in our Bureau of Criminal Apprehension. We have asked for an independent investigation, and if you have nothing to hide, why wouldn't you let our state actually investigate these shootings and these killings here in the city of Minneapolis?
And I know we've talked about these higher level conversations, right, with President Trump himself, Tom Homan himself. But I'm curious, when you're looking on the street and you're seeing ICE agents on the street, when you're seeing other federal agents on the street, since the shooting of Alex Pretti, has there been a change in how they are interacting with the people of Minneapolis?
Yeah, we haven't seen a thing, right? I am optimistic about these conversations. I am hopeful that they will result in people not dying in our city, and we're not seeing and hopefully we don't see people running around and just pulling people over based on the color of their skin. But we have to see action in words. We haven't seen any difference in the tactics that are actually happening on the ground in the city of Minneapolis. And again, right, I am hopeful and optimistic that these changes will bring about some level of recourse and justice here in our city. But we actually have to see actions and not words.
I'm really grateful for your time today, and I'm curious because all eyes really around the world are on Minneapolis right now. You're actually there. This is your city. What do you think is missing from the national conversation when you're hearing the entire country and really the world talking about what exactly is unfolding in your city right now?
Yeah, I think what we are seeing is an example here in Minneapolis, right? This is not just the city of Minneapolis. This could happen in any city across our country. And so please continue to keep your eyes on. Please continue to take in all of the information that you're seeing and believe what you are seeing with your eyes. Believe what you are seeing with your ears, because we are seeing propaganda happen in real time, right? This is not about what the government is telling you. Just believe what you saw, right? All of us saw, Alex Pretti approach these individuals with a phone, right? His last words were, "Are you okay?" Those were his last words, right? And so this is not an assassin that others in the federal government have said. This is not somebody that's intent purpose was on causing harm. His last words were for help. And so we are ensuring that this is what we are hearing, and just use the common sense that all of us have here across this country, because we all see it, and that's what's happening here in our city and can happen anywhere else in this country.
Councilmember Whiting, I appreciate your time today. You are welcome back anytime. Stay safe, and I hope we can talk again soon.
Thank you, Brittany. I really appreciate it. Take care.